Hello guys, today is Sunday and I came to the X Park. It's a place not far from the center of Kiev. It's like extreme park for different water activities and so on. So usually under my videos I saw a lot of comments about why we don't want to stop this war, why Ukraine continue fighting, and why we don't want to make a peace and stop this bloody war. So, I thought like maybe people didn't have enough information about what's happened to my country since 2014, that we already have a Minsk Agreement with Russia, and it's like explain why it's impossible for us and why we cannot just agree with Russia, because Russia simply break all the agreements in the past. So we learned our mistakes, and of course there are a lot of people who listen to Russia propaganda and believe Russian fake news. I also received different comments like you should talk with people from Donetsk, from Lugansk, but like what if I tell you there are a lot of people from Donetsk and Lugansk in Kiev since 2014 because they didn't want to stay under the occupation and they left their homes behind and just moved and even moved twice. First time in 2014 and second time in 2022. So they like 2 times already in their life refugees. So I talked to many people, and I live in Ukraine, and I thought like it should be like a great idea to speak about more in details and provide some facts about ceasefire, about negotiations with Russia, and a lot of other things. First of all, I would like to thank you for supporting my channel. Put me likes and comments and subscribe to my channel, buying me coffees and support me on Patreon. Thank you very much for all your help and support, because my channel means for me a lot. I enjoy it, and it has given me possibilities to continue my channel and my vlog about Ukraine. And I really like to be on camera and doing a video from Kiev, from Ukraine. Last night, Russia again attacked Ukraine with 2 Iskander ballistic missiles and 13 drones, and thanks for our defense system, we intercept all of 13 kamikaze drones. The attack was mostly for eastern part of Ukraine. Okay, I have to go a little bit far away from there because it's very loud and huge music and a lot of people. Maybe in the end of the video I will walk and show you this area more. So when someone asks me like why you don't want to stop this war, why you continue fighting, make a peace, make negotiation with Russia, and that's it, like why not? What I can say, we already learned from our mistake, and what I can just add, we just have to look at the facts. But first of all, let's think about people. Let's think about how many mothers in Ukraine buried their sons, which were like 18, 20, 21 years old. How many children are without their fathers, and how many widows right now, and how many people are still in captivities, and Russia tortures them. Let's think about that Russia attack not only military base and energy grid, they killing civilians, they attack kindergartens and schools. So how we can make negotiations and even speak with terrorists? So let's just imagine we are stop fighting, and we will look in the eyes of these people, in the eyes of our soldiers and veterans, and what would we say? And they will ask us for what we died. People ask, why my son died then if you just give up our land and territories? And also, like, my point of view, we as civilians, we shouldn't decide about this war at all. Soldiers and warriors and armed forces of Ukraine should make this decision. If they are ready and want to continue this fight and stop Russia, how they say, like, We don't want that our children fight, and I support them. So we have stopped this now, and we don't want to make the same mistakes as we did in 2014. We just have to stop Russia, and Russia should be paying for all what they did in our land, because since 2014 Russia robbed and stole Crimea and got no punishment. It was our huge mistake. So let our armed forces of Ukraine decide. Fight, then fight. Ceasefire, then ceasefire. They are fighting, they are protecting us from the terrorists, they are dying, and they have to make the decision, and we support them. Also, we should understand that any peace plan and any agreement with Russia, it's give them more time and opportunity to collect power and invade us again. So this doesn't work at all, and I explain why. We already have this experience. So if you look back in 2014, we remember our pro-Russian president Yanukovych. He was like, we called him a Putin, so let's say, because he did everything what Putin said. And what's happened later? He escaped after Maidan revolution. He escaped to Russia, and suddenly in Crimea appeared green man without any like some Russian form and so on. But we understood like later it's Russian. They claimed the referendum and annexed Crimea without any fight. And what's happened later? It showed us and all the world like it means like any powerful country can just steal land from other countries and got any punishment for this. So that's okay. Like, let's just take more. And what's happened later? Without any world reaction, without Ukraine fighting, they go to the east of Ukraine and invade Donetsk and Lugansk Oblast, and there was some huge fights. I remember like was a big fight, the Baltsevo, Ilovaisk. It's what it was bad for us. By the way, in 2014 no one support us. We fight with what we have, and we have no choice. We have to make a agreement with Russia for ceasefire, which called Minsk Agreement first, which includes Donbass, Donetsk and Lugansk region, LNR and LNR, as autonomic republics within Ukraine, and ceasefire. So it was like the deal. And you know what? Of course, it was again fighting. Russia break this agreement, and later we had no choice with all this fight and all these things. So we have to sign another agreement, which called Minsk Agreement 2, and it was in 2015. And you know, it was like some slow phase of the war since 2015 till 2022. There was sometimes shellings, there were sometimes attack, like but very small, like local one, you know, like throwing rockets and etc. etc. Oh, I come from some cool nice place. So throwing rockets and so on for 7 years. And in February, on the 21st of February 2022, Putin broke second Minsk agreement. Like how? He announced that LNR and LNR are independent. That's it, they are not autonomics, they're independent. And we all know what's happened 3 days later. Russia invaded Ukraine, and we have what we have. So this Minsk agreement in 2015 gave Russia time and make a plan for the full-scale invasion and preparing for this, and attack all of the Ukraine, and that's it. A lot of people also speaking about that Putin planned this since 2014, maybe even earlier, how to capture Kyiv within 3 days. And I remember end of 2021, November, Russia already put the troops at the Belarus border, Russian border, like collecting power for many months, just invade and get Kyiv within 3 days. And I can tell that they had all the chances. Actually, they were inside Kyiv, they occupied the Kyiv region around, and Russian troops were in the streets. It was the streets fighting, so I could say they got all the chance to capture Kyiv, but they didn't expect that our resilience is so strong. Everyone was fighting, no one wants to join Russia, and no one get ready for this. And what I can say, Russia and all the war, and also no one got ready for the war that lasts over 2 years. And of course, everyone is tired from the war. Everyone wishes the war was over. But somehow, world leaders and other leaders came to Ukraine and just repeat the same plan as Putin had, like peace plan. But I always think, like, go to Putin and agree with him. Offers Putin to left our land, to leave, and that's it. Like, what the reason to speak with Ukraine? We lost a lot, and a lot of our people died, and we just protecting our land. What we want, that Russia leave, and that's it, and never invade us again. So, and after all these negotiations with Russia in the past and all our mistakes that we learned, it's a huge question. What would happen if we stop now? Like, really, what can happen in the future? I found a nice place to sit. So we see also that Russia producing rockets, and they have problems with air defense system because they didn't think about that the war can come to their land and they can also be attacked by rockets. And Russia is a huge land. How many air defense system you need to cover all the land? It's just impossible. But what they protect great is a Kerch Bridge, and about other places in Russia with air defense system, it's a huge question right now. Let's also remember Peace Summit in Switzerland, where Russia didn't take a part, but already Putin has his ultimatum, which sounds like Russia is ready to stop the war if Ukraine surrenders and give up 4 territories of Ukraine and wouldn't join NATO in the future. So, what I want to stress, 4 territories of Ukraine: Zaporizhia, Kherson, Donetsk and Lugansk regions. Donetsk and Lugansk regions are under occupation since 2014. In Zaporizhia Oblast, yes, there is a front line, but the city Zaporizhia never been under Russian attack, under Russian occupation, never. Kherson, yes, and we liberate Kherson after 7 months, I guess, or 8. But Zaporizhia never. So Putin wants that we give up land, which he even couldn't achieve. Just give up land with entire region, not just before the front line, entire region. So this sounds a little bit strange, and I just would like to mention that no one in Ukraine willing to give up our territories, because we know if we give up our territories, it will be increase the future frontline border for Russian invasion, and we wouldn't join the NATO, so it will start again a couple of years, 5, 10, maybe, or I don't know. So bad peace plan, ultimatum, we cannot agree with this at all, never. Yeah, the first Putin mentioned about these 4 territories, 30th of September 2022, that this is part of Russia. Like, okay, he just speak this, and like Kherson region with the capital of Kherson, Zaporizhia region with the capital of Zaporizhia is part of Russia. But this is under Ukrainian control since 2022. So I don't know what this makes sense for him, and all entire speech and what he is speaking about, it's totally nonsense. And we already remember how he cheated us in 2014, so no more peace plan and negotiations with Putin. So I also follow different war analysts, and what I interested to find that ceasefire could be good for Ukraine only in case if we can relocate our troops, and if we get a lot of support, a lot of weapons, so we can just collect everything, relocate for future fights and defeat Russia. So it's only scenario how we can do this, and this is how a ceasefire could be good for us. Because for Russia, ceasefire is okay, continue fighting, it's okay, because they have a lot of human meat, how we call it, and they don't care about people's lives, so they continue this war. They can do a ceasefire for attack us later again. So for Russia, doesn't matter much. Maybe for us, ceasefire will be okay just to collect more power. That's it, just for some period of time, and don't give this chance to Russia. So let me know what do you think about this, because it also could be a good strategy plan if all the world decided to give us a lot of weapon and support, because as we know, it's a lot of depends on 5th of November, elections in the US, and which support we will have. Because I also would like to say about F-16 fighter jets. I heard like we were promised that we got them in the middle of summer. Now I heard that we will get them in autumn. So it's a lot of things are connected with each other, and it's difficult to make some decisions right now. But I 100% believe that Ukraine should win and stop this war. Somehow we have to win, and Russia should pay for what they did in our land. So I think this war could be over with two possible scenarios. First, we already tried, and maybe we will try it again. In 2023, it was our not successful counteroffensives in direction to Crimea, because we planned to get the Crimea in 2023. We spoke about this a lot in summer, and I remember when counteroffensive began, we couldn't break this front line, and also Zelensky later mentioned it was not successful for us, and it was already autumn and winter. We understand that nothing going to happen. It was not successful, and also meanwhile we remember while the counteroffensive began, the Russian blew up the Kakhovka hydroelectric power station, and it was a lot of flooding. So it was not coincidence, in the same days. And one of the possible scenarios, yes, we first get the Crimea back, maybe with the help with international army, maybe they will join us. So it's a war, we don't know the details about any negotiation process and the plans of our army. Of course, it's normal during the war, and or also possible scenario, if we have problems with the help because of the election and other things, maybe we should do ceasefire for a short period of time to get more help, better armed, and prepare a plan to have to get our land back. So this is like two possible scenarios, because I don't see that Ukraine willing to give up our land. No one wants to do this. So maximum it's relocate and collect more powers. So let me know what do you think about all this, and which is possible scenario for us, because all world support us for 2 years, and we cannot lose this war. We have to win, and we have to stop Putin, because as I mentioned already, if we don't do this, soon it will be bigger war. They attack us again until Russia don't get all of Ukraine. It should be stopped somehow soon, and Ukraine should win. I have no doubt. It's like a question of time and how we are going to do this. That's it. And also we have a law in Ukraine, law prohibited to any negotiations with Putin. So this is also why any negotiations with Putin impossible according to our law. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for supporting Ukraine, and let's hope for the best. Let's hope maybe just Putin leave our country, understand that he is actually lost this war, because everything went not according to his plan. It's so long, and he should leave and leave us alone. And thank you all the world for support us, and thank you for supporting my channel. Don't forget subscribe if you not subscribed yet, and put me like, comments, and I have Patreon, I have Buy Me a Coffee link, and you can become a sponsor of my channel. So thank you very much, and see you very soon.